The chair recognizes Mr. Fulcher for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Just a statement to Mr. Rama. You listed some statistics that they appear to be dead on. Just for the record, in my home state of Idaho, in 2018, we had 1,132 fires, and that was about 605,000 acres for us. So it's a big deal for us, and it's something that we fight on a regular basis, and just appreciate you being here. Mr. Veerkamp, you had mentioned, among other things, that you'd come to our state a lot as a tourist, and we want you to come back. Keep spending money. We need it. A lot of your colleagues from California aren't going home. We've got fastest growing population in the country right now, and that's to a large extent because of California. Since the 1970s in our state, the economy has gradually shifted from one that's predominantly resource-based to one that is more service-based. And to a large extent, the reason for that has been the reduction of active, organized timber harvests, grazing, mining, and so on. And Mr. Veerkamp, you had said I think at one point in time that you believe that active harvest and wise management and grazing was one of the best mechanisms to prevent these catastrophic fires. Did I understand that correctly?
That is correct. It certainly plays in the toolbox.
So another issue, and we're segueing a little bit, and so if this is outside your wheelhouse, just let me know. But another factor that's had such an impact on our state and economy has been the lawsuits that have been filed many times by entities or individuals who've never even been to our state that have slowed the process down for permitting or for activity in one form or another. And I was honored to become a co-sponsor of Mr. Westerman's bill on resilient forests. And one of the components in that bill has to do with how those conflicts may be handled. And arbitration with a requirement, a pilot program for arbitration where there's a requirement that those who are taking issue with how things are being done or the application need to come forward with a solution. Again, this may be out of your wheelhouse, but I just open it up to see if you've got a comment on that.
I think as Congressman McClintock can attest, El Dorado County is a pretty good hotbed for lawsuits when it comes to CEQA and NEPA and processes just on building residences, let alone going into the forest. I think there's ability to compromise, but there's got to be some common sense applied also, that if the thing we're going after is going to ruin the environment, which we've seen now time after time with these catastrophic incidents, then we can prove scientifically that what the assertion is way more damaging than what the consequences may be. I may have that backwards, but so we've just got to come to some commonality there. I don't think any of us are not talking that language, and I don't think any of you aren't either. But we got to just be a little bit realistic in what the outcomes are and what the outcomes now have shown us, and not only to the environment, but to people. And we got to put people first. We got to put public safety first. And there's multiple tools that we've mentioned here today that we can work towards, and simplifying that process when the benefit is so big here to our people. And I've been in your state compared to our state, hunting and doing other things where they're still cattle grazing and they're doing things in the high country. And it's a world of difference. And the wildlife is plentiful, and also they can get through it. And it's just, it's.
So just thank you for that, and I'm about to run out of time, so I want to ask another question. But I want to thank you. I want to thank the panel for what you do. As Mr. Huffman said, we're dangerously close to having a lot of commonality on this, and this is a huge deal for our state. And I appreciate Madam Chair for orchestrating the panel and colleagues for this conversation.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Chair now recognizes